Hey, what's shaking, homies? So today is May 3rd, so that means it's officially 5A May. So if you don't know what 5A is, you'll notice the yo-yo is not tied to my hand. Okay, so 5A or freehand style yo-yo is where you tie the yo-yo to a counterweight, and that way you can throw that around and you can do all sorts of cool tricks. I've always been a big fan of 5A. I really like it, and now with 5A May, I feel like there's a lot of cool videos I could do. So I made that video last week asking you guys what 5A videos you want to see. If you want to see some trick tutorials, if you wanted to see me review some yo-yos that are mostly made for 5A. And one thing that I got more requests out of anybody is like how to just get started in 5A, like learning 5A, the basics of 5A. So this is kind of like a broad topic video, and if there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments. But I'm just gonna go over, if I was to learn 5A today, what I would do. Okay, so first off, you're gonna need a counterweight. Just get anything that is about the right weight. The weight you want it to be like, I don't know, I'd say like 1/5 of the weight of the yo-yo. You'll feel it if when you're throwing it around, if it's going way too slow, you need a lighter one. If it's like so fast it's uncontrollable, like you'll know just from doing something really simple like this, you'll be able to tell if it's the right weight. But you want something where it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not like so crazy heavy. And at the same time, you don't want to use anything real metal that's going to bang up your yo-yo and mess up the yo-yo, because it is quite often they'll hit each other. But Duncan makes a lot of cool counterweights. You can just get some big dice, drill a hole in them. I got videos how to do that, but yeah, it's real simple. So don't worry too much about that. But really important is how to hold it. So how you want to hold the yo-yo is you want to, with these two fingers, you're going to put the counterweight there, and then you're going to hold the yo-yo like this. Okay, see my index finger? This is going to be a little different depending on the size of your hands, but my index finger almost lines up with the yo-yo, like right there. It goes across to the first knuckle, and then my middle finger kind of wraps around it a little, and then you throw it like this. Okay, so like instead of it being tied to your hand, you're throwing it more like this. It's a little more wrist action, maybe. But yeah, so very important is just knowing how to hold it. Also too, you don't want like a death grip on this. You want it, so this can slide a little bit, but it's not going to come out of your hand either. The yo-yo you should basically just use any 1A yo-yo. I'd say anything that's between 65 and 68 grams, probably going to work fine. So if you like it for 1A, give it a try. I recommend doing this over grass or carpet because you're going to mess up your yo-yos. You're going to drop it a lot when you're first learning this. I'm using like a pretty expensive yo-yo, but I'm doing it over grass, and I'm sponsored, so I got it for free. So whatever. If it breaks, it breaks. But I don't think it's gonna. But anyways, okay, and then for your string, you're gonna want your string a little shorter. If normally you have your string to your belly button, I go to like your belt line instead. Cut off like a good inch or so, and you should be good. That's a little bit preference, but for the most part, you're gonna want shorter string than you do for 1A. Now, as far as like what to learn, like when you first do this, you're gonna want to just try to like whip it up in the air and catch it and do all this crazy stuff. But you're gonna really start simple, and you want to learn how to control the yo-yo really good and stuff. So the one thing I recommend is maybe the first day you do 1A, like the whole day, maybe even longer, maybe a couple days, just do all the 1A tricks but get used to holding the yo-yo like this, because even if you're just doing like simple 1A tricks, you gotta get used to having this counterweight in your hand, and how to bind it and all that good stuff, how to catch it. You're catching it just like you throw it. You want to catch it right back in that same grip. So I highly recommend, while you're first learning, just put a counterweight on it, and then just do a lot of 1A stuff. Just do like stuff you know how to do 1A. Well, oops. If you mess up a little, that's okay. That's what learning's all about. So yeah, that would be my biggest thing, would just get used to holding it, catching it, because that's kind of what makes it kind of intimidating. When you first go to do all this crazy stuff, if you're not good at holding it, throwing it, catching it, binding it, everything's going to be impossible. Okay. Now, the first maybe 3 or so things I'd want you to learn how to do is, first off, get good at just throwing a trapeze, and then from there, switching hands. So you would just switch it over right there. And the trick to pretty much all 5A is you never want to be like tense. You want to kind of like let it flow, nice and relaxed. Like when you're holding the counterweight, like I said before, you don't want like a death grip on it, because you want to be able to let it like go side to side and all that good stuff. Next thing I'd learn after doing that is just how to go from like a double or nothing. So another, basic 1A trick, and just learning how to like release everything. because a lot of 5A is going from simple mounts, like, and then, or, you know, simple tricks and just releasing them into other mounts. So doing stuff like, whoop, whoop, like that. Sorry, I messed up again. I'm a little rusty. Like that, you know, just practice doing stuff like that one more time. Also too, doing stuff like going from double or nothing to here, to here. Anything where you're like letting go with one hand, going to the other. Anything like this is really gonna help you overall and just get used to the flow and mechanics, how to hold the yo-yo, everything like that. Okay, next thing I would have you learn is a simple, this is called a 360. So a 360 is, you go on a trapeze, and then you just throw everything around. So the trick is you don't want to pinch the string. Like I said before, you want to be nice and relaxed. You want to just throw everything, let go of the counterweight. Okay, the reason this is important is because this motion is like a building block to hundreds of tricks, like bee stings, all sorts of tricks. Like you need to, in 5/8, a lot of it's about like making momentum with the yo-yo to get the string to spin around, stuff like that. Like for instance, if I did a 360 and then popped it over, and then I got a bee sting, you know, and just like that. But anyways, yeah, so those would be the things I'd learn the most. First, once again, just to throw it and switch. Just nice and easy. The next one, double or nothing. Practice releasing it. Practice just all your different binds. You already know how to do 1A. Practice on, you know, practice on 5A. And then also the 360. So 360, you know, just throw everything over and catch it. This isn't meant to be a tutorial. If there's anything you want me to break down more, a tutorial on, just let me know. I'd love to do that. But yeah, so quick review. If you're first starting 5A, shorten your string a little bit. I recommend at first getting like a professional counterweight, like from Duncan or some yo-yo store, so you know it's the proper weight. And then from there you can make your own, go off whatever, because you'll get an idea of how heavy it's supposed to be. Basically, any good 1A yo-yo should be fine. You could use responsive or unresponsive, but it's definitely going to be easier with unresponsive. Yeah, and then just, you know, starting doing like a whole day at least of just 1A tricks while you're getting used to throwing the yo-yo. You know, that's gonna, and it's kind of fun too. It's just kind of like different. You know, and getting used to binding the yo-yo, how to catch it, how to throw it, and then just learning those basic mounts. And then a lot of it is just gonna be, you know, making up your own thing, or like doing your 1A tricks and then adding a little flair to it, like, you know, like you're doing your zippers and then throw that into it, and then you got an aerial, and then, you know, it's a lot of it is just like having fun and making it up as you go. And it's cool because you're not like, it's not connected to your hand, so you got a lot more freedom. Also too, like I said before, do it over grass or soft surface. That's gonna save you a lot of headaches and some money. So if there's anything I forgot that a beginner should know, let them know in the comments, so that way other people that read it, you know, might be able to help out. Also, keep giving me ideas of what you want for 5A May. I got a cool 1A yo-yo. Check this out, the Avengers Dollar Store yo-yo. That's gonna be a 1A review. But I got more 5A videos coming up, so keep on watching, and thanks for your support, and I'll see you later.